Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Vinny.
And China and America or Trump have signed a trade deal as of now. Who knows? But they have signed a trade deal. It is kind of a big deal if you are an Alibaba shareholder. I have Alibaba and JD. I'm going to talk about why and also why I think the stock is about to have a good time, in my opinion. All right?
Nice.
But first, 1 week ago, we did this, right? I
Uh-huh.
made this thumbnail. Prepare yourselves. Trump, Buffett, huge cash hoard, burry, short the market. And then it looked like we had a start of World War III, like over the week or
Yep.
whenever it was, right? We bombed Iran all of a sudden. And then 4 days later, all time highs, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just,
Should have.
there's there's someone in the comments of this video. It's pretty funny. It was just like Tesla's up 9%. Fundamentals just aren't a thing anymore. He's 100% right. He's
Yeah. Not wrong.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is luckily I didn't say it's going to tank. I'm just like I don't know what's going to happen. Probably not good. But really anyone who puts a black and white statement out, it's just whoa, man.
Yeah. You're asking me wrong.
Yeah. I
Per
mean,
se.
technically, I was definitely wrong. This is a very foreshadowing of a crash and all-time highs. All
Yeah.
right.
Hey, we did that analysis, the other video about Burry. We're talking about how you'd be up like 50% if you had ignored his sell tweet.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So if you just type in like top stories, China, all this stuff comes up, right? So this is a very, very big deal. Among all the other trade war things going on, even though China was not our number one trade partner, this was usually talked about more in the news, more because of the political tensions of the two nations. Not so much like we're not going to ever go to war with Canada. Well, I don't think so.
Hmm. I mean, Al
Probably not.
Jazeera is my top news source about U.S. China trade. I don't know about you.
Fair.
Yeah.
Mine is Truth Social. What's it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True social.
Yeah. I did not know. We just learned in the last video that they're called truths instead of tweets.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So brief, super fast history. February 1st, Trump signed an executive order doing a 10% on all imports from China. March 4th, that then increased 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico, and then doubled China for 20%. Okay. April
Okay.
2nd. All right.
Mm.
Even higher. Trump says the U.S. will now charge a 34% tax on imports from China and then all these other ones. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at one point during this, I think we were up to 200%. There was a lot of
Yeah.
back and forth. We're after a certain percentage, might as well say a million. I mean, it's just no more trade, right? At a certain
Yeah.
percentage, it's not like they're just gonna be like, all right, 200 now. No, it's just okay. It's just no more trade.
Yeah.
So them coming to a trade deal is a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I love the title of this article. Big fan because the again right here. I'm not going to go into the details of it because frankly, I don't care because I'm not 100% sure this is going to exist a month from now, unfortunately, with how it's been doing. But it is a big deal for people who are invested in BABA and JD, Chinese stocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, those three dates, this is the BABA chart. Those three dates that I mentioned are February 1st, March, tariff day right here. You can see this
Wow.
was a heavy drop, right? We were hanging out about 135 all the way down to 105. This blue line is a 200 moving average. Okay. Now, when we have a trade war with a country like China, there is a risk against ADR shares. Vinny,
Mm-hmm.
please explain that.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a complicated structure, but basically the Chinese government bans outside of foreign investors from directly owning Chinese companies.
Mhm.
So we have to own them through intermediaries, meaning we own these American Depository Receipts, ADRs, that own shares in a Cayman Island holding company that then owns shares of Alibaba. So it's
Right.
like, a little bit of a what do you call it? That Mariska doll, like the Russian nesting doll kind of
Yeah.
thing, where you don't exactly own them directly, but you own things that
Mm.
own them. And the problem with that is that that entire structure can be broken up with a stroke of a pen if
Yes.
someone really wants to.
Right. And that is why Chinese stocks, if you're an American citizen trading on the New York Stock Exchange, it will always be at a discount because there's always that fear. Luckin Coffee, for instance, right? It was
Mhm.
complete fraud, and then they just took it off. Granted, it was fraud for
Yeah,
a different reason, not for this.
yeah.
But during this trade war, you had a lot of fear towards the end here, which destroyed this huge momentum we had. This momentum was from Jack Ma announcing all the AI exciting things and investment they were doing. So it
Hmm.
completely killed all of that. All right. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so we remember. Now remember, this is a 200 moving average, but this is a weekly chart, so it's not the same thing. All right. And I'm going to zoom out just for the daily. We were really, really high up here. Okay, so it is possible. I'm going to go back 2 slides. In my opinion, I think we're about to see a very large growth pattern or a shooting up pattern. That's not a real pattern, but essentially upwards for a long time. I think that
Okay.
we've been down for a long time. We've also been treading water here for over a year with almost minimal movement compared to where we were. This is only good news.
Yeah.
It's hard to look at Baba's fundamentals and not think this is a great sign as they have more
Hmm.
AI investment. For me, if anyone were to ask, I would love to add more if it hits this 200 moving average or close to it. Not a
Well,
lot more. Oh, it's a 107.
107 is the current 200 moving average. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, we're not too
107.80.
far from that. We're like 113 as of close on Friday, right?
Yeah, 114.08.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Compelling.
you gonna buy more?
No. No, I'm not going to buy more. No.
Too
I'm going to
risky?
buy more Google. Yeah.
Buy more
It's
Google.
not necessarily that it's too risky, but like I don't like having all of my eggs in one basket with something like this.
What's wrong?
Where
Nothing can go wrong with that. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, well, sometimes it can make sense. Like I regret not buying more Meta when that whole fiasco happened there.
Don't talk about
Um, but this scenario has too many risks that are outside of the control of the company. So it's not something I want to get heavily invested in to the point where I feel uncomfortable and might make some sort of stupid transactional mistake. I mean, I've already make plenty of stupid transactional mistakes with Alibaba. Like I just sold another covered call against it because I'm an idiot.
it. You did?
I can't help myself.
What's the strike?
120.
What's the date?
Expires in 3 weeks, so that's kind of short term,
Okay.
but it
I
could take it
still
out in
think
a
that's
second.
risky, man. I don't.
It is,
It's.
absolutely is.
Oh, stop doing that, dude.
I
You've
know,
been.
I know. I can't help myself. I need like covered calls anonymous or something like that. Is that a thing? Can we
Yeah,
can we
I'll
make it a
start
thing
it.
if not?
I'll start
Yeah.
it for
All right.
you because you've been bitten by this like 4 times now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is called Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. So there we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Let us know what you think.
Catch you next one.